Good evening, YouTube. As you can see from my title, back dealing with Umar again. As far as content, we're going to call him the gift that keeps on giving. Now, as we look at what he says, we're going to dissect this guy's character. He accuses the whole black community churches of being traitors and sellouts and supporting white supremacy. He calls out T.D. Jakes. He calls out Creflo. I mean, he just goes in, he's going in on the black church, the mosque, the temple, and all the religious organizations. And we're going to dissect his point of view, and I'm going to add some commentary. This is not my content that I'm going to be critiquing. This is for fair usage under the guidelines of YouTube for commentary and educational purposes. So we're going to jump right into Umar, and then we're going to see if he got the moral compass to say what he says. Yeah. He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Christianity, I'm against toxic Christianity. I'm not against Islam. I'm against toxic Islam. What are 4 things that black religion do that help perpetuate black impoverishment and economic dysfunction? Number 1, y'all take too much money from the black community and y'all don't give shit back. I'm going to say it again.
Now, I'm stopping right there. Ain't this the guy that's collected over $1 million from the black community for a school for boys that hasn't opened yet? He keeps showing you pictures of a bando. In case you don't know what a bando is an abandoned building. But he's collected over $1 million. Oh, and before I let him finish, did you see the interview on the Breakfast Club when Charlamagne the God asked him when he was critiquing Deion Sanders? He said, how much money are you willing to give to the HBCUs at this very moment? Crickets. Continue.
I'm going to say it again. The black church, the black mosque, the black temple, the black religion, I don't care what religion it is, y'all take too much from the black community and y'all don't put shit back.
Look who talking.
Creflo Dollar, what are you doing for the black community? T.D. Jakes, what are you doing for the black community? Mega churches and medium churches. Can you name one thing relevant and systemic that you are doing for the black community? What institutions are you building for the black community?
First of all, he ain't doing shit for the black community. Second of all, the churches are the ones with the pantries, the shelters, the rehabs, the daycares, and the list goes on. And as far as the mosque, there's a Muhammad University in every city for the kids to go to school that's already created without no donations from the general public at large. Umar. So that's what they've done so far. What has he done? Let's listen to him.
What problems are you trying to solve for the black community? The black church takes too much money. We give the black church millions every Sunday, billions every year. We give the black church millions every Sunday, billions every year. We give the black church millions every Sunday, billions every year, and they have no institutions at all in our community. The black church is white America's best friend. The black church is white America's best friend. So number 1, y'all take our money. Number 2, y'all take our time. You've all heard the saying.
Number 3, he don't give shit to nobody. Not a church, not nobody. We're going to reiterate. He's been collecting donations for 10 years, collected over $1 million for a school that has yet to open. This is Umar. Did y'all see the other one I did when he was on his Serena kick about her thighs and lusting and just going crazy? I'm telling you, as far as content, he's the gift that keeps on giving. Let me tell you something about Umar. This guy, if he's a doctor, he's Dr. Jekyll. And in Boyce Watkins, that's Dr. Seuss. Because listen to the dialogue that they give. Continue, Umar.
Time is worth more than money. Well, if time is worth more than money, the black church is robbing your ass twice. If time is worth more than money, the black church is robbing your ass twice. If time is worth more than money, the black church is robbing your ass twice because the black church then took your money and now they want all your time. Come to Bible study on Monday. Come to choir on Tuesday. Come to the next meeting on Wednesday, the other meeting on Thursday. We got a building fund meeting on Friday.
I know.
You taking people time.
I know this Negro ain't talking about a building fund. This guy's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite with a capital H. And to quote Vicky Dillard from the Fly Nubian Queens, we're gonna give him that everlasting work. We finna cook his ass.
And you ain't doing nothing with it. The black church steals money and it steals time. The black church steals money and it steals time. What else the black church do that helps black people?
Don't be wiping their nose.
Poverty? Y'all take the money y'all steal from black folks and y'all give it to white banks to move black people out their own community. I'm going to say it again. The money that the black church steals from black people, they put it in a white bank, and that white bank takes black.
So said the thief.
Black people's Jesus's money. That white bank that's holding the black church's money takes black people's poor Jesus dollars and give it to rich white men to move into the ghetto and push your ass out. Lord have mercy. How can black money, how can black Jesus dollars be doing the white devil's job? How can your black Jesus dollars be doing the white devil's job? How can your black Jesus dollars be doing the white devil's job? So they take your money, they take your time, they invest in white supremacy by putting that money in the bank. And the fourth thing that they do, the fourth thing that the black church does that keeps us trapped and dysfunctional is they brainwash everybody in the church, everybody in the mosque, everybody in the temple into believing that the only way things are going to get better for you is if God makes them better. So they make you believe that you have no power to change your circumstances. And that's what I hate the most about these toxic ass black religions.
Okay. He says he hates toxic black religions. And he talk about all the things that they take. But he's the biggest taker out here. Biggest taker out here. Then he's always pandering to the sisters. Oh, my Nubian sister. Oh, my fine black queen. If he feel that way, why he ain't married one? Have you ever even seen him with a black woman that he claims to be his own? Why he do all this pandering and telling black people what to do? Think about this lane. He always pandered, oh, the sister's this and the sister's that, and my fly Nubian sisters. Have he married one? See, I'm going to tell you something. My mother and my grandma used to say this all the time at the house. Watch a man who's over 40 and is not married and has never had a long lasting relationship with a woman. They suspect.
Brainwash black people. We are a $2 trillion people. How in the hell do you brainwash a $2 trillion people into believing you can't change your conditions? Wait for God to do it. Use a damn traitor to your race. The black church should be held guilty. We should have a community trial for the black church. Black religion, all of them.
I think we should have a trial for his ass first and find out why that school ain't open and he been collecting donations for it for over 10 years. That's where we should start. If we're gonna try to find out where the money is, we should start with him and find out what he did with his funds and why that school ain't open. And we should find out if he loved black women so much and they so special to him, why he hasn't married one, why he hasn't even been in a long lasting relationship with one, and why he still lived with his mother. Allegedly.
I'm not excluding none of them. Ain't none of y'all better than none of the rest. I don't give a damn what you believe in. Black religion needs to be put on trial by the black community for stealing our money, stealing our time, investing in our enemy, and brainwashing us into believing we can't change our circumstances. We got to wait.
But this Negro trying to brainwash us into thinking we can go back to Africa and keep telling us that we Africans. Seem like he hating. Or again, if you seen the last video I did on Umar, maybe this is a continuation of his meltdown.
Wait on God to do it. That's the problem, brothers and sisters. That's the problem, brothers and sisters. And another way that they keep us trapped in the black ghetto is the black politician and the black community leader and the black preacher are all under the control of the very same governmental forces that created the ghetto in the first place. I'm going to say it again. You can understand, overstand, and understand. You can send this to your favorite pastor, your favorite imam, your favorite bishop, your favorite deacon. I don't give a damn. I stand on truth.
Said the liar.
I stand on truth. I don't give a damn who feelings is hurt. Black religion is selling out black America. The politicians are controlled by the same government that created the ghetto that is now gentrifying the ghetto. The black preacher is controlled by the same government that created the ghetto and is now gentrifying the ghetto. That's right. The black community leader is controlled by the same government that created the ghetto and is now gentrifying the ghetto. They don't want to solve the issues of poverty. They just want to get rid of impoverished people. Did y'all hear what I said? The white solution to getting rid of poverty is getting rid of the black people who live in poverty. I said the white solution to getting rid of poverty is getting rid of the black people who live in poverty. The white solution to getting rid of poverty is to get rid of the black people who live in poverty. That's how white folks do it. That's how they do it, brothers and sisters. And then, in order to maintain poverty in the black community, you got to make sure the public school system does not eliminate poverty, but perpetuate the poverty. Hello, special education in psychological evaluation. Hello, special education in psychological evaluation. Good afternoon, reading disabilities. Good afternoon, math disabilities. Good evening, ADHD. Good night, conduct disorder. The public school system of the black ghetto must perpetuate the black ghetto. A school system should be the answer to poverty. A school system should be the great eliminator of poverty. But in the black community, the school system ain't eliminating poverty. The school system is maintaining and perpetuating poverty through the over-promotion of special education, psychological evaluation.
See, and I'm going to tell you something else about it. He keeps saying imam and calling out Creflo and talking about the mosque and the temples. He want to say Farrakhan's name, but he's a coward. You know when he say mosque and he say the temple, he's talking about Farrakhan. He's talking about the nation. He's not scared of Creflo, and he's probably going to call out TD Jakes, but he won't. See, he's subtly wanting you to think Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, but he's a coward. He won't say their names. He don't want to step to the brothers like that. He don't want to step to Rizza Islam, and he don't want to step to them. So he's indicting them based on innuendo. The mosque, your favorite leaders, your pastors, the mosque. You know who he's talking about? Who is the most notable Muslim leader in America? The most known, Minister Louis Farrakhan. The largest Muslim organization, largest mosque in the United States, the Nation of Islam. He's alluding with innuendo to them, but he's a coward because he wants to always have deniability if he's ever confronted.
Evaluations, ADHD medications, juvenile
Real talk.
incarcerations. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. White folks created the ghetto. White folks gentrifying the ghetto. And then they send white teachers into the ghetto to miseducate the ghetto black kids to make sure they never transform the ghetto into a thriving black kid.
Black people already knew that the school system was underserving them. and they wanted something better. That's why they sent you, Umar, all that money to open a school and been sending it to you for the last 10 years, and you haven't opened that school. Let me break down what he calls himself. King Kong Consciousness. That's his name, King Kong Consciousness. He calls himself King Kong. Now let's analyze King Kong. Oh, y'all all seen the movie King Kong. King Kong was in Africa with all them sisters used to dance and serenade King Kong. But then that white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl came over there, and King Kong forgot all about what kind of ape he was, and he fell in love with the white woman. So much so that she lured him into a trap and brought him to New York, where he was killed, still trying to chase and get the white woman. So what is King Kong consciousness? He has a King Kong type of consciousness. Because we all know the story of King Kong. He has a King Kong consciousness. And he a big old burly something anyway. I bet he hankering for a Becky or a Karen underneath it all. Because you won't never see him, he ain't married no black woman with all his consciousness.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And then after they lock up the black men for breaking the law in order to feed their families because there's no jobs for ex-offenders, and the black man would have never been an ex-offender had he had a good job in the first place. I said the black man would have never became an ex-offender if he had a livable wage job in the first place. They're going to put a felony on his record and tell him he could never get a job again, perpetuating the poverty. Perpetuating the poverty. Perpetuating.
I knew he was going to say it 3 times.
And then, to make sure you solidify the black ghetto, you make sure the economy of the black ghetto is totally dominated by hostile alien races. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. To make sure black people do not economically empower themselves in the black ghetto, you make sure every store, every shop, every business in the black community is owned by an alien race. You make sure the black economy is totally controlled by an alien race. You give black people one restaurant here, a nail salon here, a barbershop here, a beauty shop here, but 99% of all the businesses in the black ghetto are owned by alien races. If I'm lying, prove it. I don't come to waste your time. I come to teach. I am an educator.
Get that school open.
I am an educator. And a true educator is a liberator. You cannot be a real educator and not be a liberator. If you are an educator and you are not properly educating, then you are not liberating. I said, if you are an educator and if you are not properly educating, then you are not liberating. The educator and the liberator are one and the same.
This guy's ridiculous. I just wanted to show you how this guy's mind works. How he attacked the church, he attacked the mosque, he attacked the temple. He threw Creflo name out there. If you go further, I think he throws out T.D. Jakes' names. But he refuses to acknowledge or say any name affiliated with the nation, the mosque. He alludes to your favorite imam, but he won't say Farrakhan's name. He won't say the Nation of Islam. He won't say it. He won't say the Moorish Science Temple, but he keeps saying temple. This man is a big old coward. He's a big old coward. He's a big old coward and a con man. And he's using all this psychobabble to kind of confuse you because he's going to be begging for money. How many doctors, real doctors, you know, is YouTubing and blogging? He's like Boyce. Boyce Watkins is over there said he's a finance professor, backing away from how he had all those black people invested in cryptocurrency. He's acting like just a few months ago, he wasn't getting all those people to listen to him while they were losing money in cryptocurrency. He's abandoned it. Now he's talking down on cryptocurrency. And then he talks this pro-black stuff as if he didn't try to steal Missy X's domain name, as if he didn't try to steal all the content from the fly Nubian queens. This man, Boyce Watkins, is a real charlatan. Yvette Carnell, he tried to take her work. You sisters know it. What happened to the fly Nubian queens? Why have they abandoned that? And now he has this wife, you know what I mean? He always got his wife on there that he met in college, and she wouldn't have nothing to do with him in college because he was lying. So she went off and got married and had kids by another man. Wait till he blew up, and so he could propose to her on his knees with a fanny pack on. And every time he goes somewhere, he almost don't come home without her because she's always looking for a real man other than this lying. You know what I mean? And these guys, they use this title doctor to confuse you. But look at what they do on YouTube. Look at what they say. Look how they backtrack. Now you got Boyce over there trying to act as if he's street, as if he knows something, as if he hasn't always been a lame and a sucker. Him and Dr. Umar together. And then they had the nerve to talk about Kyrie and then get on Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders tried to move up, as if they've ever did anything to help the black community. They always got something to sell you. They always got some bull shite to sell you. Well, I got that from Queen Amadaya. The shite. Yeah, she says that. You know? So shout out to her. But you got to listen to these guys. This guy attacked he attacked black religion. He attacked everything about black spirituality based on his dissatisfaction, and ain't nobody sending him no money. His time is ran out on fixing the school. And I just got to keep pointing to you how he is alluding to Farrakhan in the nation, but won't say their names. Let me see if you got some more to say.
Perpetuate black impoverishment and economic dysfunction. Number one, y'all take too much money from the black community.
Oh, they starting back over. As if he didn't get all that money. You know, it's time out. It's time out for stuff like this with these guys. You know what I mean? And in these YouTube streets, they all gonna get the business. They're gonna get the work. Because, like I say, as far as content, he's the gift that keeps on giving. He attacked every black religion that he could think of in a tirade. But he still won't come to the fact that he owes money, and he's took more money than anybody for a school that has not yet to be opened. I hope y'all had a good Monday. It's cold here in Detroit. Real cold here in Detroit. And look at the community section and look at the last video I did when he was, caught up in this thing over Serena Williams. We look at his psyche. Look at his psyche. Look at the people who come out in front of you and represent themselves as some intelligent intellectuals with some guidance. You know what I mean? They had a foundational black reparations march as if they don't know that they stole that whole organization and movement from Yvette Carnell and ADOS and Tone. They usurped it, flipped it around, and used it to get money. So now they're coming out against the preachers. They want to take the place of the preachers. They want you to come to their platforms and deal with them, but they don't have no solutions. Allegedly, this Negro still lives with his mother. When the last time you seen him with a woman on his arm? Why isn't he married? Since he loves sisters so much. To quote Vicky Dillard again, before I get ready to go, we're going to give him the everlasting work when he come out of his face with this nonsense. How are he going to attack the whole black community of churches and mosques? How are you going to attack black people's religion? They straight path in a tirade after what he just said last week. Who's like, share, subscribe, share the video so we can get the algorithm. I'm out. I'm out. I'm coming with another topic. Peace. Sign out of Detroit. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Pay attention.